Okay, good. There we go. Hey, nice fish there, Duane.
Use a tool that'll get you into the type of cover that we're fishing here. You vertical. I don't keep my rod tip down, I keep it up. And you know, they're just gorgeous. You know, you talk about a beautiful largemouth bass that, oh, boy, did he eat that thing, huh?
Okay. Duane Peterson has took Jeff and I to school today, but he did allow us to show that we learned something. We caught a couple fish, but you know, there's some of the finer points of reed fishing. Duane, you know, you talked about boat control and also managing that bait through these reeds. It's difficult to get that line down between the reeds, but if you can do it, get that bait, keep it in the fish zone, make it look more natural, you're going to get more fish, aren't you?
Yeah. One thing that fishing reeds like this necessitates is patience. You've got to pitch into the pockets. You've got to follow your kind of follow your bait down. I pitch to a pocket and I take the patience to let it fall in so it gets to the bottom and shake it a little bit. You know, you could have fish come from several yards around. You create a little disturbance there, and I don't fish back to the boat. Once I get done in that spot, now I am looking to drop in another spot. In other words, I don't fish horizontally, I fish vertical. And I make short pitches like that.
Interesting.
You want to make sure you get it to the bottom. And notice my rod up in the air, so I'm trying to almost get a vertical. I don't keep my rod tip down, I keep it up. And you also want to fish in front of the boat, not over here, you know, 90 degrees where you're pulling away from your bait. You want to fish toward your bait. Explain
the value there and why that's important, Duane.
Well, I think you stay more directly in contact with your bait if it's in front of you, and particularly if somebody else is running the boat. If you're over here and he's pulling you away, now you're 90 degrees. So you want to be in direct line. Fishing reeds is a little bit of a, it's a tedious affair, and patience prevails. If you're in a hurry, you're hung up a lot. You got to make sure that you keep your plastics weedless, you know, Texas rigged. You know, I've got 50-pound bionic braid on here, and I've got a St. Croix flipping stick. And when I get hit in here, and most of these fish we're catching in here are 3 to 5 pounds. So when I get hit, I've got to lean on those fish, and I've got to try to get them up on the surface. And I mean, it's a hand-to-hand combat battle. You know, you could cast overhand if you want, but I can get more accurate if I pitch like that. So there, I've actually on a free line, I've let that fall in.
And I think this is a really important point, which you mentioned before. You're not really fishing that strip, landing strip back to the boat. You're actually going over the top and fishing as much as you can in a little region. I mean, we may be talking in some cases only 3 feet, in some cases maybe 8 or 10 feet.
Exactly.
Correct?
And I think the more drops you can make, you know, the more places you can drop it in, the more fish you're going to catch. I don't take time to fish it between here and where it fell. Notice that I'll drop it in there and I'll shake it a little bit. I'll drop it back in again, shake it a little bit. If I don't get a fish, I put my rod way up and I reel it back so I'm not getting hung up. I'll take it like that and I'll pitch it to another spot. A little free line, let it fall in, make contact with it, shake it again a little bit. Nothing happened, now I'll reel it up and move to another spot. Like there, I got hung up a little bit on the way back, and if you just be patient, work it a little bit, and you'll get it out of there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. These are our tools here. We're talking about the
slingshot worm weight, and this is an Impulse Brush Beaver, which is a new soft plastic product from Northland Fishing Tackle, and I've got that on a worm hook. And I've Texas rigged it.
A 3/0 worm hook.
A 3/0 worm hook, offset. And this is 50-pound bionic braided line and a St. Croix flipping stick. So I can put the wood to them when I get the bites.
One last question about your outfit here. Are you do you prefer a high-speed reel to pick up line quickly?
You know,
or does it not make a difference?
I think a high-speed reel is does help you pick up line faster, but a low-speed reel gives you better cranking leverage. So I think it's a toss-up. Really is.
May also force you to keep that bait moving a little more slowly too, and keep it in that region.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Terrific. Thanks, Duane. Good stuff. Okay. Good. There we go. Hey, nice fish there, Duane.
Use a tool that'll get you into the type of cover that we're fishing here, and you vertical. I don't keep my rod tip down, I keep it up. And you know, they're just gorgeous. You know, you talk about a beautiful largemouth bass. Oh, boy, did he eat that thing, huh? Oh, boy, did he eat that thing, huh?